Hello, welcome back to the channel. We are in a different location today. This is a little room where my mom keeps some of her work stuff and where I keep some crochet items that I'm hoping to sell, because recently I opened up a crochet shop where I'm listing a couple different pieces that I'm selling, and we just got our first order. We got 2 orders placed. I sold 2 of these lace skull caps or beanies, whatever you want to call them. I'll put a picture up here of what they look like. They're very floral mesh lace hat design. I sold 2 of the white ones, and in this video we are going to get them all packaged up and put together because I have really been postponing completing all of the things I need to get done for the shop in terms of shipping, and now that I need to ship these 2 hats, we need to get this done. So the main thing is I want to start making thank you cards, so we have to design the thank you cards, and then we're going to make a couple more hats to put up on the shop because the hats are doing quite well right now. They're getting a lot of likes, a lot of views, so just in case anyone else wants them, we're gonna whip out a couple more of the white lace hats so I can just restock. So that's what we have in store for today. I'm not sure how interesting it's gonna be, but I really needed someone to hold me accountable to get this done. So you're here to hold me accountable. We're gonna hang out together and we're going to do a little glow up for the shop, get it all up and running so we can go ahead and ship out even more orders after this. And to whoever purchased these hats, thank you so much. You are the reason that my shop is getting started. You are the first 2 people to place orders. I am so grateful for that, and I'm excited to ship out your orders. So let's go ahead and design the thank you cards first. I'm gonna have to close the blinds for this window here for lighting so you can actually see me, but I wanted to show you this quickly. Look at how pretty. The camera isn't even doing it justice. Just 2 days ago, it was almost 80 degrees outside. Now it's close to 50 degrees and all of the leaves are changing. It's just a gorgeous view here of just these beautiful, colorful trees right outside this window. It is stunning, and I wish I could leave the blinds open and let you see it, but because of lighting, I have to close it. So I just wanted you to take a second to enjoy that. We are entering fall and it is stunning. It is absolutely gorgeous, but I'm gonna close the blinds now and let's talk about the thank you notes. My idea for the thank you cards, as of with pretty much everything I make, is I wanted to have a very homemade, Pinteresty, like cute but yet cottagey fall up north vibe. It's hard for me to explain, but I can picture it here in my head. I want it to just look handmade. So my thought process for this is, instead of just printing out a thank you card, I want to have it have kind of like a handwritten feel, but I don't want to have to handwrite every single card. So here's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I got this paper, which is a like cream off-white paper, so it looks a little bit more old, a little bit more loved instead of just a pure white. And then on the front of the thank you card, I'm going to put a stamp. So I'm currently in the process of doing this, and I kind of paused because I was getting really overwhelmed because I've never done this before, but I got a stamping block. I put this design, which looks like this. It's just a little thank you, but it's got little like swirlies and leaves and a sun, and I put that design, I colored over it with some pencil, so I have that graphite on there. And then I did my very best, it's a little blurry, but I did my very best to then put that on top of the stamping block so it transfers over. And now I'm going in with this little carving tool and I'm carving out all of the black spots, so all the graphite. So then what I have left is just the design, and then ideally I can just stamp this on. So basically, long story short, I'm trying to make my own stamp. This is going to give it the handmade, handwritten feel where it feels very cozy, feels very loved, but I don't have to rewrite every time. I can just stamp, stamp, stamp. That's the idea. Yes, I am wearing obnoxiously striped pants right now. They're comfortable. All right, let's see how this goes. This is really fun, actually. This is a nice break from crocheting. I might have to make more little stamps, especially now that I have this little tool. My very best to make the lines as even as possible, but I do think some of these, especially the little rounded edges, are going to be a little bit wonky. Here is a little progress update. I'll put it really close so you can see all the details. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm now down to the part I left for last, and you may be able to tell why I left it for last. It's because these little words here are so tiny. This right here, you can't even read it. It says, for your purchase. So it says like, thank you for your purchase. So I'm gonna do my very best to carve out these letters, but I think if worst comes to worst and I'm not able to do it, I can just kind of carve all of it out and just have it say thank you. I'm just gonna really focus and do my best. This is so fun, by the way. Don't come after my posture. I'm doing serious, like, surgical work right now. Got the outlines done. I'm not sure about some of the letters. Some of them look a little bit wonky, but I'm just gonna do the finishing details. I'm gonna finish carving all of this out, and I have to carve out the border as well, so it's all flat except for just the words. I switched over to a wider top here so I can just kind of carve out the sides really easily, because I'm not trying to be exact with them. I'm just trying to get rid of this extra material. So I'm just going in and just kind of hacking out the edges here, like so. Like so. This definitely is a messy project. I'm using my head to carve this light right now so you can see this. Here's the finished block. Okay, so I have this black ink pad that I bought fresh. I had to get a really big one so it can fit this entire thing, but that looks like it should fit. So we're gonna use this. We're gonna stamp it, and hopefully it turns out. I used to do stamping quite regularly when I was younger, but I haven't done a stamp in a long time, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna press this down, try to make sure I'm covering all of it. Okay. Here is what it looks like. That's so pretty. So now we're gonna move this and just stamp it down. And now I'm gonna press really hard and be careful not to move it too much. It might be easier if I get a little rolly thing. I think I have like a little roller that I could just roll over it. That might make it easier. Okay. This is actually perfect. It is everything I wanted it to look like. It looks so cozy. It has a very handwritten, handmade feel. It just feels like love is like poured into this, which is exactly what I wanted it to look like. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish turning this into a thank you card. So I'm grabbing my scissors here and I'm just going to cut this out as a square. So I have the thank you card cut out here, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut out and then also glue this onto the back. I printed out 2 of them. I just made a little paragraph here. I wrote it up on Canva, printed them out. This basically is just saying thank you for supporting Kaluna Crochet, which is the name of my shop, and then explaining that we're a small business doing crochet pieces, and we focus on making full coverage and durable pieces that you can wear when you're still being active, hiking, camping, doing all this stuff, and you can still dress up and wear those really fun artsy fiber pieces or those accessories, but you still can like actually wear it out and go out and have a fun time. Because my main thing with crochet tops especially is I think they're all adorable, but a lot of them I feel like aren't very practical because they're not very full coverage, or the straps are very thin, and I know how crochet can stretch. So I really try to focus on making things that are full coverage, things that I would actually wear and feel comfortable wearing out of the house, and those are the pieces I sell as well. So that's what I make, and that's just basically, long story short, what this is explaining. And then of course asking to leave a review if you so wish, and to go follow me on my Instagram at Kaluna Crochet, and that's what this sums up to be. So just a basic run-of-the-mill thank you note. I'm going to cut that out and then glue it right onto the back of this. I'm just gonna glue right in the center. Oh, it's a little crooked. It's okay, we'll get better with practice. And here's the thank you note. So we have our front here, which is just so pretty, and then our little thank you for supporting the shop on the back. And because I have 2 orders to package today, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly whip up another one of these thank you cards. So I'm just gonna follow the same steps to make another one. Now it's gonna go so much faster now that we have this done. I can just whip these out. So cute. I feel like I just look a little too cozy in this video, but it's alright. I've got work to get done, so we're just gonna focus on this instead. So I'm not gonna focus on the actual products we're going to ship, which are these 2 lace hats. I still have to finish them up quickly. I have a couple loose ends to weave in, just 2 loose ends for both of them, because I am known for saving my loose ends to the very last second. So I'm just going to really quickly weave in these loose ends, and then we can go ahead and actually package them up. We're in my room now. I've got everything I need, and we're gonna package up these orders. Here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start with a piece of tissue paper, and then I'm going to place the hat right on top. And you can see here I went ahead and tied on this little tiny tag here. And this is just handwritten care instructions on how to wash the product. And now on top of that, I'm going to place my little thank you note. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just wrap up the tissue paper. I'm just gonna use 1 piece of tissue paper, that's all I need. Just enough to kind of keep everything all together. And now I'm just going to use one of these little mailers. Because the products are crochet, I don't need to worry about them getting tossed around or anything, so I'm not going to put it in a box. I'm just going to put it in one of these little plastic mailers, and this helps to keep the shipping costs down. So I'm just going to place it right in there, and now I'm going to go ahead and just seal it. Like so. I'm going to do the same thing with the other hat. And here are the 2 orders. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the shipping labels now and tape them right onto the front. So I have my packages now completed with the shipping labels placed on the front of both of them. And again, thank you so much for this order. This was so exciting to receive. I had so much fun packaging these up, and now that we have the thank you cards ready to go with the stamp, I'm really excited to continue packaging up more orders with those thank you cards. I just scheduled a pickup for these, so I'm gonna go ahead and go drop them off in my mailbox. Then I'm gonna go to the gym so I can get a little bit of movement in today, because I've just been sitting a lot. I'm gonna shower, I might do some cleaning and whatnot, and then I'll be back in a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and crochet some more of these lace beanies so we can relaunch them onto the shop. Now it's time to restock the shop. I'm going to be making more of the lace hats. I need to make the white ones because those are the ones that just sold out. I only have this much yarn to use, so I'm hopeful to make 2, but we'll see how much I can actually get out of this yarn. I'm following my own crochet tutorial to make this hat. I just finished the mesh portion of the hat, so it's about halfway done. Now I have to add the flower design to the bottom. The hat is almost done. I just finished all of the flowers here. You can see the floral design going along the bottom. Now I just need to switch over to a smaller hook to do a final row at the very bottom. I add like a little detailed row at the bottom, and I like to use a smaller hook for that because it makes it a little bit tighter and it helps it to fit a little bit better. So I'm switching over to this 4mm crochet hook, and I'm going to go ahead and add that final row. And I've been binge watching Dawson's Creek lately while I work on my crochet projects. I've been meaning to watch it since I was like 16, and I never could figure out where to watch it, and they just now put it up on Netflix. So now I'm watching Dawson's Creek, and it's pretty good. It's definitely one of those shows where I get frustrated at the characters' choices, and I feel like everyone's being a little too foolish, but you know what? It's good. And now I'm casting off. In the time it took me to make this hat, I sold another hat. So we're basically down to ground zero because I have to immediately weave in loose ends on this hat and get it shipped. But here is another hat completed. The nice thing about these hats is that they only have 2 loose ends because I really do not like weaving in loose ends. And they don't have to be blocked or anything. They already fit just fine. So they're really easy to put together. So I just need to find my darning needle in all of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and weave in just these 2 loose ends. Now I just need to package up the hat and get it shipped. I will never get tired of the way this looks. Is now shipped. I'm so grateful to have all these orders coming in, and I definitely need to be making more hats, but this is how much yarn we have after making one hat. So I'm gonna have to go get some more yarn before I can make any more hats. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and helping me out with putting together the shop. I'm so happy to have the thank you cards all put together to make shipping so much easier in the future. This was a really fun video to make, and I will see you again soon with another crochet video. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.